Hey you guys, welcome into the channel. I hope that you guys are all doing great. I don't know exactly where to start this reading, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm sitting here on my couch and I'm watching Grey's Anatomy, minding my business. And have y'all ever been doing that? Minding your own business, and then you see someone walk up to you in the spirit, or you see or sense someone digging in your energy, like digging in your information, or I don't know if this is somebody that's digging in my Akashic records or digging up my past. I'm not sure, but it's like, have you ever been sitting somewhere on your couch in particular, and it's like you have a flash from the past, like something takes you to a time in the past, and it's like when you see that thing in the past, it could, I don't know. It's like, I feel like someone's intention to dig up something from your past was to expose it. But as I mentioned in the read that was previously recorded for your 2025 blueprint, right? In the reading, it was either that one. Yeah, I believe it was that one. If it wasn't that one, it was a daily for today. But anyway, in the read, we were talking about how your authenticity serves as your protection, and talking about how when you take things to God, you take your skeletons and all, it like allows for more of you to be given unto you. Well, in this particular situation, somebody was digging in my energy, and it's like my senses, my spidey senses went up, right? And I could sense them. And it's like I looked around in the spirit, like, I don't know, I just looked with the eyes of my heart or my soul, whatever you want to call it. And it's like I could see them. And I asked, I like, it's like God was sitting on my right shoulder. And when this person tried to bring up something from my past, I asked God, I said, God, and it's like he and I were standing before this person. And the person was looking at me. And I looked over my shoulder and I said, Lord, haven't I already told you about this? God said, yes, I'm aware of that. I said, God, haven't I already exposed myself with this? Yes, you have. And I looked back at the person, and the person started to blow smoke, like fumes, like they were mad out of their ears and the top of their head. And I looked at them, and they became so angered in the spirit. Somebody is angered in the spirit right now. They're angered in the spirit. Well, they're not angered now. I'll tell you what they are now, because they were angered in that moment. But let me tell you what they are now in a minute. So in that moment, they became angered in the spirit. They were mad, fuming. And so then it was like the next question. They were like, well, I'm going to expose you. And I said, I've already been exposed for that. They got even more mad, even more steam and smoke and flames started to spew from their crown and their ears and their nostrils. Like they were gnarling at me in the spirit. And I'm sitting there looking, and there's a smirk on my face, like I'm laughing. Me and God are laughing at this person, because it's like, Lord, what they thought they was going to do. Confirmation with that horn. I hope y'all heard that horn on the camera. But it was like, Lord, what did they think that they was going to do? This is how somebody is feeling in your energy right now. This is the emotions that they're experiencing and going through. This is the roller coaster ride that they're on currently, is what I'm hearing. So me and God were looking at them. And so God told me, as this person turned to stomp away, because they turned and stomped away, they were mad, like a kid, like throwing a tantrum. He said, snatch the mask off their back. So I reached out and I pulled from the crown of their head down to the soles of their feet off this like mask. And it was tacky, like tacky, like it's like honey, like tacky, like sticky. And as I pulled it off, I saw the back of this person covered in maggots. It reeked of death. And I just looked at it, and I'm just like, oh my God. And when I did, it's like they felt exposed. This person tried to grab the mask out of my hand, and I held it and looked at them. But I wasn't looking at them. I was looking at their back, you know. This person is covered from head to toe with maggots, y'all. Maggots come from dead things. Maggots are birthed from spoiled, rotten, mildewy, just death, okay? Maggots. And they were just festering on this person's back. And I just was looking like in amazement and disgust and just, what the is that, right? What are those, right? So I asked God, I'm like, God, what is that on this person's back? Why is that there? I heard Spirit say it's there because they haven't been taking care of themselves. See, this is somebody that's been minding your business and everybody else's business too. And this is why they've tried to just slap this tacky or sticky Band-Aid onto their own wounds instead of clean. Have y'all ever known of someone to get an infected wound or an infected surgical wound? It's like grossness can occur in that. It can turn green. I'm hearing gangrene. It can turn green, right? Things can grow out of it. It needs to be dug out, cleaned out, right? Anytime anyone has ever had a procedure like that, a surgery, and they have a wound that they're told before they leave the hospital, like, okay, you're going to need to clean this out. You're going to need to remove the gauze. You're going to need to take the Band-Aid off. You're going to need to clean it out. You're going to have to keep this clean. See, somebody wasn't tending to their own wounds and they have a back full of maggots. And yet this person is still running around in a mass trying to dig up dirt on you that you and God have already cleaned out. Y'all done already made peace with. Y'all done already rectified them situations, asked for forgiveness and moved on with your life. But this is somebody who is masking their wound that is behind the wound covered in maggots. Gangrene, the stench of death. When I revealed this to this person and I stared at it, because y'all, have you ever seen something strange and you just look at it because you can't, your mind is trying to like compartmentalize it and trying to, you're like, what is that for real? Like, nah, what is that? Nah, I mean, like, for real, what is that? How did it get there? You going through the who, what, whens, wheres, and whys in your mind. Well, in this case, that's what I was doing. But this person, they wanted to cover themselves back up. When God told me what it was and how it came, I just looked back at them. But it came like I just shook my head at this person like, dang, man. Like, that compassion kicks in where you like, bruh, just take care of yourself, man. Like, go get better. Go fix yourself. Dang, you running around with maggots on your back, spiritually speaking. Those of us that can see in the spirit, we see them maggots behind and underneath them masks. We see death. We see uncleanness. We see a wound, gaping wound that needs to be cleaned out, seen about medically. So the minute I kind of, my curiosity turned into compassion, it's like this person, they began to sob. They wanted to cower and hide away. They didn't want me to see them. But it was too late because God had already told me to snatch off their mask. I've already seen it. And God told me, like, now that you've seen it, he's like, everybody else is about to see it. I sat here for a minute before deciding to record this video because I'm like, Lord, like, what do I, like, do I say something? Do I not? Spirit said they was about to say something. They were about to say something. Now, does it mean that I should? Not necessarily. But in this case, with God sitting on my right shoulder, like, yeah, you see that? It only was revealed to me because God told me to reveal it. He asked me to pull the mask off. I didn't go looking for this person. I didn't seek this person out. I didn't go in their private spaces and business and information and dig up I didn't even know this person had a mask on. Yet God asked me to snatch it off. See, there's so many messages within this message that I'm giving y'all because I'm hearing the side notes. And the side notes, Spirit said, you're the one that's called to snatch off the mask. Do you know what I'm saying? You guys are not soul snatchers. Y'all are mass snatchers. In this case, the mask that you just snatched off has a gaping hole, a wound that is infested, crawling, creeping with maggots. These are the kind of people that spend their time coming after you. These people are wounded. And for the life of me, I don't understand why they choose to stick their nose in other people's business. When you have something that deadly, that ill, that sick, that grotesque in your own being, where do you find the time? Where do you find the energy to put it in anywhere else? All of this person's energy needs and should be focused on healing and cleaning out that wound and recovering from those maggots, because, honey, they're eating away at this person. And this person, you know what I'm hearing, you know what the cold part is? That this person knows it. Confirmation. It's an emergency alert. It's an Amber Alert on my phone right now. But this is an emergency. Okay? I don't know who needs to hear this. Because like I said, I sat here for a minute like, Lord, do I say something or don't I? The Lord told me to share this with y'all. I hope you get the message from it. I hope you got what you needed. Most importantly, if this person, whoever this is, that then came up in my energy thinking they was about to expose me about some stuff that I done already revealed to the Most High, I'm going to need them to go sit down and clear this out. I'm going to need them to seek spiritual care. Okay? That's like, you got to. Like, I'm praying for you because you need to work that out, honey. Ain't no way. Ain't no way that should be going on like that. Okay? I'm hearing my condolences to whoever this is. That's what I just heard. Spirit told me to tell you my condolences to whoever this is that is running around here with these maggots attached to their being, with death following them. Literally, it's attached. Death is attached to this person. My condolences. I'm gonna pray for you. Oh, judgment energy. Y'all hear the sirens? The sirens? This has been y'all's read. I don't know who message this is on this beautiful Mother's Day, but I had to share it. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all next time. Have a good day.